minutes of your time to give a speech on the harbor seal, commonly referred to as the common seal. Now, if you've ever been to the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, you'll know that the harbor seal lives on both sides of the ocean, as well as a myriad of other places throughout the world. There are two types of harbor seals, the dark phase and light phase seals. The light phase seals have a yellowish coat with pale ringed black spots, while the dark phase seals have a shiny black coat with dark spots. Usually you'll see more dark seals than light seals, but there's definitely a good mix of them at most beaches. Now, to describe the look of the harbor seal, imagine a dog without fur, with whiskers on their face, with flippers instead of feet, and a big body of fat. This is actually subcutaneous fat, for the scientific name of it, which insulates their body and keeps them warm in the very cold ocean temperatures. Now, harbor seals, they can be as small as 57 inches in length and as large as 74 inches in length. They can also be very heavy. They're as light as 176 pounds for a small female and as heavy as 375 pounds for an adult male. Very big. Not yet. Now, the seals, some of the things that they dislike, which I don't blame them for it, are ocean vessel collisions, getting caught in fishery nets, and being hunted by other gangs of seals. Usually they like to stick in large groups of seals, that way they don't get taken by other predators, or that way they don't get caught in fishery nets as easily. Some of the things that harbor seal likes, as I'm sure you've seen if you've ever seen harbor seals before, are laying on the beach, the coral, the rocks, and just enjoying themselves in the sun. And you can't forget, they definitely enjoy eating. Now, they live in many aquatic biomes, including the Arctic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Palearctic Ocean, the Nearctic Ocean, and just about everything under the sun. They can actually live not just in saltwater, but also freshwater and temperate water, making them able to live in a very wide variety of climates. Now, for a bit of technical jargon about the harbor seal, they're considered least concern by many institutes because they have a population of about 350,000 to 500,000 seals worldwide. However, some subspecies of the harbor seal are running to a population of about 1,000 seals or less due to hunting and largely diseases. Which, that's an interesting fact, is that hunting harbor seals for food for humans is actually a very good source of food. But most of the time, you don't need to eat the seals, but if you ever need it, it's there. The scientific name for the harbor seal is Phoca vitulina. The gestation period, which is how long the mom is pregnant for, is about 289 days. The pups hit maturity at about 3 3/4 years. And that's just about all that you need to know about the harbor seal. So that concludes my speech on the harbor seal. Does anybody have any questions?
I'm gonna ask Scarlett about the harbor seal.
What do they eat?
They eat shellfish, crustaceans, and mollusks. They're actually a keystone species. So species like the crustaceans and shellfish, their population needs to be kept under control. So because they eat the shellfish and crustaceans, it actually keeps the ocean ecosystem running in the way that it should.
But why are they in such a big group? Because then if they were in a bunch of group, then the other predators could come and eat a lot.
They usually go around in large groups because the other predators, if you just have one seal, they're more likely to attack that one seal. But if you have a whole group of seals, they're less likely to attack because it would be harder for one predator to attack 10 seals than just one.
Because the other seals can help protect their friends.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions?
How cold can they survive in? Do you know?
I'm not exactly sure, but I will get back to you on that as soon as possible.
And turtles, and sharks, and dolphins eat some fish.
Yes, they do.
Yep.
Any other questions?
And they also get a fish.
Yes.
And they split them in half and eat.
Okay.
Do you know how much they eat per day?
I'm not exactly sure. I will try and get back to you on that one.
Okay, I think we're good.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.